This is Dr. Garcia, once again continuing the programs, the video programs on quantum healing, on how to heal yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. We do have the power, and I am giving these videos to the world so that humanity can claim their rightful power to heal themselves and to influence, if not create, their own reality. Okay, quantum physics as it relates to health and healing, as well as reality creation and the practice of medicine. Here we go. Okay, in the practice of medicine, well, I mentioned in every one of my videos, I always say, number one is diet. And it's the non-inflammatory diet, food from the forest. That's number one. It's something we can all do. No breakfast, no sugar, no bread, no dairy, no thinking, okay? Those are the basics. Now, as far as, and those are easy, the proper diet. So you do that, and everyone, all the medical literature says diet and exercise. But they don't tell you the exact diet. I do. And the exercise is a combination of aerobics and weight resistance. And my previous videos delineate the exact reasons for each. Okay, now what is most important is the brain and how it affects our health. The latest research, and it's very surprising to me, is that the number one cause of physical as well as mental disorders are caused by stress, mental stress, psychophysical disorders. They are the major cause of everything. So what is stress? Stress is a mind-brain phenomenon. So how exactly does that stress affect our body? Okay, we have the sympathetic, the autonomic nervous system. You have the parasympathetic, which is calming, sympathetic, which is stimulating. We live in a society that's always being stimulated. So we live in a hyped up state of being all the time. And also, we overreact to everything, and we go into the fight or flight, adrenaline, and this causes our muscles to be in a constant state of tension. So, as a doctor, also a specialist in pain management, the number one cause of all chronic pain is stress, and especially back pain. And it's totally coordinated with civilization. Nigeria, a very poor country, has the least amount of back pain, and those of its lower socioeconomic levels have the least back pain. So it's not a socioeconomic aspect, it's a mental problem. And so that's why I have developed quantum mental healing to address that. So for the moment we've left the physical part, now we're moving on to the mental part. And we've seen how mental stress affects our body because it keeps us in a constant state of anxiety, keeps us in a state of muscle tension, which leads to all sorts of structural problems And so you now have structural problems. It's like the concept is a tree, and when the wind comes, it bends. But if you're stressed and your muscles are tense, it doesn't bend, it breaks. And I'm a pain management specialist, and the number one cause of chronic pain is caused by ligament which holds all the vertebral and the bony skeleton together, damage. That's the beginning of chronic pain, because once your ligaments are damaged, then you no longer maintain proper alignment with your bony skeleton, which leads to structural problems. And then on top of the structural problems, you have the mental stress, and now you have a pain syndrome that is much magnified. So we deal with both aspects at once. If you have structural damage, you have prolotherapy that rebuilds your ligamentous, your tendons, and your cartilage. You're given proper exercise, and then we move on to the mental aspect of it, and that is teaching how to get into the alpha state of consciousness, the alpha state being a non-thinking state. A non-thinking state, quantum meditation has been proven to be very effective in all these areas, eliminating mental stress, improving intelligence, improving symptoms of insomnia, interpersonal relationships, because when you are aware and you're mindful and you're accepting and you're non-reacting, then automatically you get along better with people, okay? And the latest research is that even the people that reach the higher levels of the corporate world, one of the basic elements of being able to rise and be happy and be healthy is your ability to get along with other people. And that is, in Western society, is not considered that important. Number one is the individual achievement. That's Western. Whereas Eastern society, the concept is more of the family and the company. In fact, up until recently, when you joined a Japanese company, you were there for life. It was like a family. And so it's different concepts. And because of the Western concept of individualism, exceptionalism, and because Adam Smith's idea that individual achievement will bring the society along, not necessarily so. Anyway, so we've talked about the importance of approaching both the physical nature of pain and disease, and that actually you can tell the patients. I do. I give them things to do, knowledge. I give them knowledge to do to alleviate their problems, and then now with the mental healing, the results are so much better because. And actually, the whole mental aspect of disease, suffering, and pain, the importance of that is just being known. That our mind can be a healer and a killer. And actually, there are parts in the Bible. There's a part in the Bible. I think it's it says, "I give you life, I give you death, I give you blessings, I give you curses. You choose." Wow. So what that to me means, and this is what quantum physics is telling me also, is that the process of living is a process of free will choosing. We can choose our thoughts. No one even knew that. It's possible. And now the whole concept of how the brain and the psyche and the subconscious work is coming together in that you have the symbolic world, which is the senses, not the five, there's six senses. The sixth sense is feeling, just knowing. Okay. And you have the cognitive mind, the brain that receives all this information. And then all this information, what they're finding in research is what we think about the most is what goes into our subconscious. And our subconscious is 90% of our brain activity. What's in the subconscious determines what we think, what we do, and how we act. So garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. So no longer you are, as of today, the monitor of your thoughts. No bad thoughts in that will create tension and cause bad thoughts out. Bad thoughts out, a bad thought comes out, now you give it memory, you give it substance, you give it emotion, and now you have a bad thought universe that you can spend all day in, and I'm sure many of us have. Well, not anymore, because we know now that is very, very harmful to our physiology, to our structural being, to our mind, to our present, and because we are creating this situation, it will also influence our future. So we are now stewards of our thoughts. Whoever thought? Whoever thought? Anyway, but with the process of quantum mental awareness, the whole problem is solved because it has been proven. Well, the proof has come through the research of mindfulness. And mindfulness is quantum meditation light, because mindfulness makes a few mistakes that aren't coherent with quantum physics. Quantum mental healing does not make those mistakes. So I am offering my quantum mental healing, which is basically awareness, become aware of your awareness, accept, and don't react. By doing those three elements in the alpha state, which I go to my other videos and they'll teach you how to get into the alpha state of being, preferred state of being, that you want to practice, go in and out all day long until finally it becomes your new home, the alpha state of being. In the alpha state of being, you are at coherence with the universe, number one, and you're healing all aspects of your being. You're healing all aspects of your being, the physical, the emotional, and the mental. Not only are you doing it, you're healing all aspects of your being now, but also you are creating your present and your future. It's all put together in the entire package of quantum healing that can be seen on my YouTube videos and exquisitely described on my website, Quantum Healing, and it'll give you the math and the physics and the equation that proves that everything I'm saying is correct. Thank you. What do you think about that, Monkey?
Tell me.
Was that it?